Let's move on to main topic number 2. And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Mobius. And Mobius writes into us, "Hey John, I just heard that a Percy Jackson series is in the works. I know you didn't like the movie. Actually, I did like the first Percy Jackson movie, as a matter of fact. I know you didn't like the movie, but I loved the first movie and thought the second one was good enough. I love the books as well, and I would love to see this show get made. Apparently, they're saying each season would be based off of each individual book, which makes sense, but seems really cool. What are your thoughts about this?" All right, thanks a lot for writing that in, man. And yeah, as a matter of fact, I liked the first Percy Jackson movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, like, was it Harry Potter level? No, maybe not quite, but it was an enjoyable little film. You got Sean Bean in there as well. I thought Logan Lerman, it was kind of, that was our discovery of him. And I think he's a really solid actor. Speaking of David Ayer, he was in that war movie with Brad Pitt and David Ayer's war movie about the tanks with him and Shia LaBeouf. Anyway, he was really great in that too. Moving on. I like that first film. Now, I did think the second film was a bit of a step backwards. Granted, I thought the second film was a bit of a step backwards, but yep, they're moving forward with a series on this thing, and it was announced by the author of the books himself. This comes to us from our friends over at The Hollywood Reporter, who writes, "The Lightning Thief and the second book in the series, Sea of Monsters, were previously adapted as feature films at 20th Century Fox, which is now owned by Disney. The pictures starred Logan Lerman as the title character, a boy who discovered that he is the son of the Greek god Poseidon, and Alexandra Daddario when she was just young, everybody. Before she was getting naked in True Detective, she was in Percy Jackson. Alexandra Daddario as Annabeth, another demigod. The movies aged up the character somewhat, with Percy as a 16-year-old rather than a 12-year-old as he was in the beginning of the book series. Riordan, that's the author of the books, wrote on Twitter that the potential series will be a more faithful adaptation." So I'm gathering that by saying that it's going to be a more faithful adaptation, what I'm guessing he means by that is, whereas the movie version, like they said in the article, are aged up to 16, you're probably going to see a younger kid. So this is going to be going to Disney Plus. Makes a lot of sense. I'll tell you what, I think this is a fabulous idea. I think the sounds of this are wonderful. I think this sounds really great. Listen, Disney right now needs some popular, high concept, high fantasy kind of material on their network right now. And I think something like a Percy Jackson series could offer that. Now, look, I'm not going to pretend that I've read the books. I never did read the books, but having seen the first couple of movies, I know there's a lot of potential there, and it does scratch a particular itch, right? Young heroes, magical world, all that, a lot of fantasy adventure kind of stuff. That's a particular itch, and that's the type of stuff Disney does really well. I think this is good source material if the movies are anything to go off of, and I think this can work really well. Now, look, can they actually pull this off, though? Can they take something that's higher concept and make it feel movie quality? Because right now, those of us who have seen Percy Jackson, our impressions of the film are on the big screen with big budgets. I mean, they weren't the biggest budget, with that type of production budget. Will they bring that to the TV show, or will they cheap out on it? That's going to be one of the big questions. But as far as pure source material goes, as being a good potential for something that could turn into a real worthwhile series, I think Percy Jackson has it. Again, just like anything else, it could go south, much like the second film kind of went a little bit south. But I think the potential is there to do something really nice. It's got an already built-in following of people who know the novels, not on Harry Potter or Hunger Game levels, but still, you've got a very loyal following the books. You've got a well-plotted out I can't remember, 5 or 6 books. I think there's 5 anyway. So there's 5 seasons right there. They seem to have the plan to go. Each book will be 1 season. I don't know. To me, it seems like a no-brainer. Disney bought an awful lot of IP from Fox when they took them over in that merger, and they need to start diving into that IP and start creating their own original content and start getting some value out of that. And by the way, you guys know I've been a little bit frustrated with Disney Plus, considering how little original content they've been putting out. So anything that has them putting some good content on the network that's original, I'm all for. So guys, what do you think? Are you fans of Percy Jackson? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. What do you think about the idea of doing a show like this? Do you think they're making the right decision by making Percy younger like he is in the books? Or do you think they should make him a little bit older like they did in the movies? I want to know what you guys think. Jump down to the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys.